I'm shooting the Sony A1 Mark II. I was able to grab one of these about a month ago or a little bit more before the tariffs boost the price up even further. And I'm also shooting something that is brand new to me, which is the Sony 300mm f2.8 lens, along with the 1.4x and the 2x teleconverters. Now, I have been lusting, is the appropriate word, after this lens ever since it came out. And the reason why is I just loved the Canon EF 300mm f2.8 IS Mark II lens that I used to own. I own that on Canon mount, obviously, with the R7 and then later on with the R5. I just loved that lens. Probably my favorite lens I'd ever owned, and I'm kind of hoping that this lens maybe jumps right above that and becomes my favorite lens I've ever owned. Now, this lens is in many ways similar. It's crazy sharp. It's obviously a 300mm f2.8. It takes teleconverters exceptionally well compared to other lenses, but where it's a benefit and where it's a step up beyond that Canon lens, which admittedly was about a decade old at this point, is that it weighs like nothing. It's a 3-pound lens, which is just insane. That's like almost half what the Canon 300mm f2.8 weighed. And that loss of weight, that lightweight combination along with the A1 means that I'm holding in my hand right now less than 5 pounds. And to get something in that 400 f4 range with the 2x teleconverter, you're at 600 f5.6. To be able to get all of that versatility in a package that weighs less than 5 pounds, that's bitingly sharp, is just an amazing combination and proposition. So that's the reason why I'm like jubilant right now having acquired this kit. Now, it's the first time I'm out with this lens, actually. It's been really challenging putting my second kid to sleep, and I won't bore you with that, but it's been tricky. And so it's one of the first times I've gotten out in a while. And this combination, I don't know what I'm going to see tonight, but this combination is something I'm excited to shoot because it's very lightweight, as I mentioned, but it's also supposedly quite sharp with the teleconverters. Now, I've been testing this at home when I can with both teleconverters. I've compared 2 different teleconverters, actually. So I bought 2 different 2x teleconverters, and so I'm going to have a separate video where I'll talk about why I think it's really important, particularly with teleconverters, to purchase at least 2 of them to try, as long as you can return one. If you can buy used and return those, that's great, even better, because you're not transferring a new product to a used product. But you know, it's really good to be able to test 2 of them, and I'll go into that in a separate video. And then I've also been testing the 2x teleconverter on this versus my 600mm f4, which is another lens that I've been really enjoying, but has its limitations. And so I need to do another video where I talk about my final kind of thoughts about the 600mm f4 from Sony, and yet another video where I compare the 600mm f4 to the 300mm with the 2x teleconverter. So there's a lot of stuff coming with this general kit, but I just wanted to connect with you again, put something out here to give you a little update on what's going on in my life and what I've been shooting. So hopefully you can see me okay, lit here by the glow of Blue Hour. And of course, this is the real advantage to a lens like this, is that you can still shoot, of course, at 300mm f2.8. And so I started the day at 5.6 aperture using the 2x teleconverter and beyond, and then moved on to the 1.4x and shot f4 for a bit. And now I'm down at 300mm f2.8. And I love that shifting of focal length over the course of the day sparks creativity. It changes the way I compose images. I just really like having a lens like this with the ability to use teleconverters. So anyway, I want to kind of finish up there. I do want to share I had my birthday last week. And, you know, with birthdays, I'm not a huge fan of birthdays, but they are just an opportunity to take stock on your life and on the world. And I just want to say how much of a privilege I feel, frankly, to have this equipment, to be able to use this equipment in the field, to put food on the table for my family, to have my beautiful wife and my 2 kids. I think it's important
to recognize that it's a real privilege to have equipment like this. And if I had 20-year-old equipment that I used to have, I'd still be out here taking pictures. And it's not just about the gear. And I think that's really important. It's about the love of photography. And yes, I use the gear because I can afford it, and it's a privilege to use it. But um, it's not the whole story, and it's not the main story. With that, I will finish up, and I will leave you with a bunch of photos that I took today. So be well, take care, don't forget to get outside, and please be grateful for the things that are good in your life, and bring that joy and that happiness and that positivity to others that you encounter in your daily life.